season is back. Let's go. In my excitement, I actually we started early. What?
Yeah, we did.
What? That's my bad. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I am Coach Bruce. That young strapping man over there is MJ. MJ, let's get after it. Let's have some fun. Let's piss some people off and make some people happy. You never know.
Yes, sir. I am very excited, Bruce. This is not only the time of the year that I personally have the most fun with, it is also the time of the year that I professionally have the most fun with. Creating NFL content with you and the folks at Third Down Thursdays, and then also just having fun.
Absolutely.
I was an agent of chaos today on Twitter, and I am not
troll level 5,000.
And if anybody wants to find this and get mad, I was doing it on purpose. I know what I'm doing. Like, it's not that I'm purposefully that stupid. Listen, it's that I enjoy having fun, and it's so easy to make people mad on the internet, and that's where I find my joy.
I'm gonna put this out there for people to see. We can clip this. I don't care. I can't tell you how many times the gentleman sitting to my right, left,
yeah,
depending on how you're looking, whatever. Anyway, I can't tell you how many times this guy's intentionally pissed me off because you knew it would get under my skin. It took me multiple years to finally understand that, like, okay, you know what? He's doing this to just debate me. That's the reason why I always say I continuously, like, anything I see from you or one of our former colleagues that post things, I put out the fishing reel thing. Because you're freaking and you're baiting people like a mug, and it works like a charm.
Yep.
It's good for you. It's fun. But you know what, though? That's what makes it so great, because we have passionate fan bases in each respective area. Passionate fans with Third Down Thursdays. Dude, we're going to have some fun this year. I have big plans, big goals, big aspirations, and big balls, because we are going to dominate, baby. Let's go.
Amen. First thing, Bruce, I know you had a crazy day. I really didn't do anything. I sat by the pool. We're doing some packing. As you can see, the bookshelves behind me are empty.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Paige has been doing a fantastic job. Yeah, Paige has been doing a great job. She's been going crazy. And we're hoping to be in Texas by the beginning of October. And so hopefully in about 3-4 weeks this time, we will be in a new spot. Paige has an interview tomorrow with the place that she would like to work at. So everybody be, praying, good vibing, whatever you're into about that. And then, yeah, life is good. I'm excited for football, baby.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, so today, if for those of you that don't know, today is my birthday, but it was very, like,
happy birthday, Bruce, old man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, dude. It was funny. I got a text from a friend of mine. He's like, "Hey, how's 40 feel?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm not 40 yet. Fuck off."
That's next year, right?
That's next year. Yeah, I turned 40 next year. Turned 40. Big 40.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of it's weird.
You're officially middle aged, brother. If you weren't already.
Dude, you know what's crazy? As soon as I turned 40, that's when I got a text from my wife's aunt, just being like, "Just so you know, and then in the next year or 2 years, you can get AARP sending you stuff." I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, I'm looking forward to the benefits.
Dude, so my mom just turned 65, and I, for months before her actual birthday, was getting her Medicare phone calls. And it was the funniest thing ever, because they called, be like, "Hi, can I talk to Melanie Hurley?" And I'm like, "No, this is not." And so finally I started recognizing, when I got random spam calls from Texas, that it was Medicare people. And I had so much fun with them. I know you love messing with spam callers.
So I'm a big spam messer. I love that shit. Like, I'm like, yeah, I would like to insure my Maybach. Just shit like that, dude. Like, it's fun.
Like, yeah, I actually have 4 aunts who are Medicare age. I'm sure they would love to talk to you. But oh my gosh, it's wild.
Dude, yeah, man. Yeah. So like, what happened today? So today was a great day with the kiddo, like my typical Thursday, work from home. Did some stuff around here. What's funny though is, the little girl started kind of getting a little fussy or whatever. So I was like, all right, you know what? I don't want to watch Bluey. We watch Bluey so much. So So I ended up putting on. I still have one Super Nintendo hooked up.
Oh my gosh.
So what I ended up doing was, and it's the same TV that I have, like the game on and everything like that right now. But I have an adapter and all that crap.
Yeah.
But long story short, though, I ended up playing Super Tecmo Bowl on.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
I'm sure she loved just the noises.
Just the noises and like the flashes and stuff like that. Yeah, it was perfect. It was great. But it was funny though, because I did a preseason game. I did the Bears versus Packers, and the respective quarterbacks for those teams at the time frame was Harbaugh and Favre. So, but it was great. But hey, man, I'm gonna tell you right now though, I put a beat down on the Packers, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure you put a beat down on them in rookie mode.
It was well, you can't change it. That's how old the game is. You can't change the settings. I put an absolute beat down, which was surprising because honest to God, anything in that game Favre throws to Sharp is caught every time. There could be like the whole team around freaking Sharp, and somehow Sharp. Anyway, but no, it was cool. She loved it. She enjoyed it, and I had fun. Whatever. I was gonna post it on social media, being like the preview to Sunday's ass kicking at the Packers.
You should have.
But yeah, I know. But I honestly, when you have a baby, like I don't have as much like time to do it. Like when you and the wifey have that, when you guys have a baby, you'll kind of understand. That's like, holy cow! Like I legit have no fucking time.
Yeah. No, for real.
In other news, one more thing. This is one more thing, and then we can get into what everyone came here to actually watch. Well, first of all, by the way, look at these badass cards. We got a little Shohei Ohtani at 10. We got a little Justin Fields 10. We got a little MJ ungraded right here. Oh.
Get a little zoom in on there for you.
Yeah, that by the way, this one right here, I love that card. That's a sick ass card. Anyway. That's a preview, guys. That's a preview, ladies and gentlemen, to Coach Bruce's cards. It's going to be blasted out in the next couple of days. But anyway, MJ.
By the way, do you need help with those socials? Do you want help with that?
Yeah, I'm down, 100%.
Okay, I'll help you out. I got you.
I'd appreciate that. Yeah, dude. It's like, so we got some good cards coming out too. But all right. Anyway, so what I was going to talk about. So I'm still an avid Call of Duty player. I am. I don't care.
Yes.
I still play it. I don't care. However, I'm from a generation that is completely into saying inappropriate things when they get frustrated or pissed off. Not derogatory in the fact that like I really mean it and I really think that like someone is whatever I might be.
And you're not speaking to someone.
Correct. I just get very upset and very animated. Long story short, though, Call of Duty ended up implementing an AI filter or AI system, excuse me, that listens to chat, which, by the way, I think is absolute bullshit. That's a
little creepy, no?
A little bit. Listens to the interactions that you have with other players. And I may or may not have been really angry at that particular moment multiple times. And I am now suspended.
Did you get banned from COD?
I got banned for 3 days for interacting with other people on Call of Duty. Unless obviously they're my friends that I play with or whatever. But I thought it was hilarious. I was like, dude, oh
my gosh!
I'm gonna say it right now on our stuff because you know what? This is our platform, and I can say whatever the fuck I want. This generation and this whole setup are a bunch of bitches, dude. I'm telling you, dude. We are like back in the day. Yeah. I'm gonna say that shit. Back in the day when I used to say like play Call of Duty online, I used to get called the worst shit. And like, hey, guess what?
They used to find your IP address,
dude,
and talk about doing stuff to your mom. Like
growing
it was
fine. Growing up fine. Grown up fine, but now, God forbid, you call someone a little bitch or or dumb, or I don't know, fucking dumb. Yeah, but like
I'm you little dumb.
But like, there's only one word I won't say. I'm not gonna say it, but there's only one word I will not say, and that's it. I'll just end it at that. That being said, MJ, the NFL is back, baby.
Oh.
Let's go! And right now they're introducing the Lions and Chiefs. Right now they just did the ring ceremony. It looked like. And we're about to have some fun, man. It looks like. And by the way, guys, go to ThirdDownThursdays.com to take a look at MJ's awesome article. He does. I'm telling you guys right now. Does extensive research. Does extensive things. Again, I'm the meathead in this relationship. I'll totally admit that. I'm the guy that's drinking beers and like hanging out while this guy over here is busting his ass with his glasses and looking at multiple computers at the same time and being basically the freaking dude from The Simpsons. Ivan. Go ahead.
All right, so I think let's start with the NFL as a whole, and then we'll get down into the nitty gritty of you and me talking Bears Packers, which I sat by the pool today after I talked to you, got some work done. I just laid out by the pool, and I actually walked through in my head. I took my cheese head off, and I walked through in my head and looked at the way I did it was I looked at each position group, and I gave either a 1 or a 0. And then I added it up, and it was actually very close. So we'll get to that later. I'm just going to walk through real quick. I did.
I'm not going to lie. I did not.
That's perfectly fine. Like we said, more meathead, more nerdy,
more smart,
more studious, one might say. I'm going to start. I'll start in the AFC, and we'll get to the NFC last. The first thing is the AFC North, I think, is going to be a very, very, very good division. I think you and I are both Mike Tomlin fans. He always has that team ready.
He doesn't miss the playoffs.
He does. He's not a losing season type of guy. He just doesn't do it. Obviously, Bengals, fantastic. Ravens, I think that offense is going to be terrifying, and they've made some good defensive additions. And then the Browns, I think they're going to be average. I think they're going to be 8-9, 9-8. Deshaun Watson cannot be worse than he was last year. I think a lot of the stuff I think there is going to calm down. Yes, I think it did. And again, we're never going to dive into right or wrong on that. I'm just saying I think it weighed on him. I think it will weigh on him less this year. I think that team will produce better. I think it's okay. I'm just going to keep talking over you. I think Bengals win that division. Ravens are very close behind. I have Bengals 14-3 and Ravens 13-4. We've got Steelers and Browns very close behind them.
I'm not going records. I'm not going to do that.
That's fine. I only have it because of my article. I'm just reading off my article.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's fine. So, agree 100%. I think there's 3 teams that are somewhat vying for the division championship there. Best team in that division obviously is the Bengals. Hands down.
Yes.
Hands down. We're not going to argue that. Second place, I struggle with this one. There's a part of me that really does enjoy watching the Ravens play because I think Lamar Jackson is an absolute stud, and he has a very similar playing style to Justin Fields, and however, he's a better quarterback currently. I said it. You heard me say it because he's proven it, and plus he's a former MVP. You can't take that away from him. And frankly, I think the coaching staff for the Ravens is better. However, I there's something about the Steelers that I kind of like. So I could see the Steelers possibly like getting second this year in that division.
Yeah.
And then Ravens and then Browns. Let's talk about the Browns real quick. That team has invested so much money into the moves that they've done in the last offseason. And I don't think they've seen the fruits of that labor at all. And I love Nick Chubb. I think Chubb's an absolute beast of a running back, but it's not a running back league anymore. Deshaun Watson, like you already talked about, I think he came back last year, kind of struggled. He could have been better. I think he was like his ratio was like 1-1, like 1 for 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It's nothing special. He was a mediocre quarterback at best. I don't know. That's just what I think. I think it goes Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns. I'm marking it, stamping it in. Let's go.
All right, AFC South. I am, and this is one of the few I'm going to take a little bit of time on. I've tweeted it. I'm going to say it here. I am a huge fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars this year.
Yeah.
I think the Calvin Ridley addition to that offense is going to be just huge
Agree.
for Trevor Lawrence.
Agree.
He already, Bruce, was one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL in the second half of 2022. And that was without.
It's going to help Christian Kirk too. I think
it's going to help. It's going to help everybody in that offense. Doug Peterson running that offense with the best quarterback he's ever run an offense with, and some of the best weapons. Like you saw what he was able to do in Philadelphia when Carson Wentz is playing well, and Trevor Lawrence is already better than Carson Wentz ever dreamed to be. So we're looking at an offense that very well could rival Cincinnati and Kansas City in terms of offensive firepower. I think their defense is going to be the question. That's why I have them losing 7 games.
Okay.
But I think they are far and away the best team in the AFC South. And when you get Trevor Lawrence into the playoffs, you're getting one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL into the playoffs. Dangerous things can happen. So if I remember correctly, I have the Jaguars losing in the first round in the wildcard round, but that could very easily change if they get hot at the right time, if that defense starts performing better than I believe. So I have Jaguars winning that division with ease. Then the Titans at 7-10 behind them. Texans at 5-12. I mean, they'll be better than last year, but barely. It's a really young team. I think they made some good veteran additions. They could squeak their way up to a 7-10.
Okay.
Something like that. But I think a realistic realm for them is around 5-12, and then the Colts are going to be horrific.
I'm not buying Anthony Richardson's talk. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. I don't think he's a very good quarterback.
He might.
I'm not. I don't. I'm sorry.
I might make you mad for this, and I'm really not trying to. I think he might just be like a rookie Justin Fields. Like, he might run a decent amount, and he's got a cannon. I just don't know where that cannon is going.
No, that's not me being mad. That's like, well, to be honest with you, Justin Fields had one of the best not passer ratings, but accuracy rating coming out of college. And I don't think Richardson had that. And to speak to that point,
Richardson was drafted that high because he is a freak athlete.
He's an athlete. Exactly.
Yeah. And so he's going to do things. He's going to make plays. I just don't know, in the structure of an offense with so much chaos going on in Indianapolis, that's just not going to go well. So I have them going 2-15.
Agree. So I love it. I actually I agree with every single dude. This is a rarity. Just so you guys know, anyone that's watching this is a rarity. Completely agree with the exact same thing you said. Yeah. I have a sheet at work. I left it at my actual work because I was doing some fun stuff there. I'm not going to say that I didn't research anything, but I did research some shit.
I just don't like have
everything
over it today.
Right. I'll have everything in front of me. Saying that though, I think the Texans and Colts are just the absolute trash bags of that division. I'm sorry, it sounds terrible. I get it.
But they're bad. They are not going to be good football teams. Both of them will have specific players that will flash. Not to say that there's not talent on those rosters, but also, for everybody who's watching, when I do my full 272 game prediction, I go week by week and I predict every single game. I don't just pull these records out my behind. You
do pull
a little bit. We'll get to that later. But I actually go through game by game and I evaluate it based off of, I've looked into these teams, I've formulated opinions on how I think these teams are going to do this year, and then I compare each team. That's actually a really good point, Jack.
I'll disagree with this only because Cam Newton was a MVP.
But Cam Newton wasn't an MVP right away.
Right. Okay.
He was good. He was good right away, but that was the same knock, was that he was just an athlete. Anyway. So when I get to when I look at the Colts schedule, they're just going to get obliterated because I'm looking at all the games they have to play, and not only are they the worst team in a bad division, but the schedule they have is not good whatsoever.
I agree, but all right. So I want to talk a little bit about this, and you have great points and about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
I think this team could be potentially vying for the best record in the NFL.
Ooh,
yeah. So
okay,
that's a hot take number one.
I'm listening.
Hot take number two: Trevor Lawrence is still a tier 2 quarterback. And listen, hear me out on this.
Well, yes.
he's still a tier 2 quarterback. However, I think that there's potential. He's building to that platform of what you already alluded to earlier, and in fact, you flat out said about him being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm not disagreeing with you. By the way, I'm just saying he's a tier 2 quarterback on the cusp.
And just to clarify, I believe you and I established tier 1 was Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow.
And Burrow.
Was that our established? Yeah, that was our established tier 1.
Tier 1. Yeah, because like you had Mahomes,
so
Allen,
then,
and Burrow. I mean, Allen.
Like,
hey, you know what? I
might be teetering too.
If you're thinking the same thing I am, I might be pushing Allen out of that conversation, my guy.
I mean, really, it's Mahomes' tier 1, and then like Burrow, Allen, Hurts, Lawrence are tier 2, in my opinion.
I might even be putting Hurts on the cusp of tier 2 into tier 3, my guy. I said it. Yes. I said it. That's gonna piss off a lot of Eagle fans. And
wait till we get to the NFC East. Wait till we get to the NFC East. We'll get there.
All right. So we're going. Where we at?
AFC East.
Oh, we're at East.
Okay. So yes,
Oh no.
And again, this is one of those things where Bruce. Again, I go through game by game.
Go through that.
I'm not doing it.
Go through the heart.
I'm not doing it. I don't even go through team by team and do their schedule. I go week 1, week 2, week 3, and I just pick every game. And so I don't know until I get to the end and compile everybody's records what I did to myself. And so when I looked at the AFC East and saw that I had the Jets at 14-3.
The Jets at 14-3?
Yes.
What? All right. Okay. Continue your explanation. I gotta look at their schedule. I flat out.
Yeah, and I can if you really Bruce, I had to go back and look at these games and be like,
I'm looking.
Really? I just did this, and I can walk you through every Jets game and why I have them winning all of them. Here, let me get in here. Command F.
Bro, realistically,
New York Jets.
They can start the season 1-3, or 1-4, or excuse me, 1-3 realistically.
So that's the funny thing, Bruce. I have them starting the season 2-2.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see that too.
But then they beat Denver. I think they beat Philly. I think Philly's going to regress.
I think so.
They beat the Giants. They beat the Chargers. They beat Vegas. I think the second time they beat Buffalo.
Not in Buffalo. I don't know if they're going to beat them in Buffalo.
Well, I mean, you can flip
losses
if you want to. I really don't care. And the only other game I have them losing to is Miami in Miami.
They beat the Dolphins at home. They
beat Atlanta. They beat Houston. They beat Washington. They beat Cleveland. They beat the Patriots.
Dude,
so if you actually look at their schedule after the first 4 games, they can coast.
Realistically, that's not bad. I'm not gonna lie.
So if you get back to MVP Aaron Rodgers, who is with Nathaniel Hackett in a place where he wants to be, and some of the things actually begin to perform.
That defense is awesome. You have Breece Hall, you have Dalvin Cook.
Garrett Wilson.
You have former. I was about to say you have the former Rookie of the Year wide receiver,
and then the former Rookie of the Year at cornerback.
Dude,
I didn't want to do it to myself, but Bruce, when I tell you I went through this like 3 times. Because it hurt me.
Jets, Jets.
Fly Jets. Yeah, no, it made me so mad. But I couldn't deny it. And yes, I will say Jack is correct. Their offensive line could be bad.
Agree. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's the biggest question mark on that team right now is their offensive line. Agreed.
Yes. But I will say I hate to even be saying this, it just hurts me. Like I've seen Rodgers perform with a bad offensive line or like a choppy offensive line. It's possible.
I mean, he had.
It's not ideal. The dude is disgusting with time in the pocket.
This game started.
Yeah, it probably did.
It just started.
25. Yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. I probably will be off and.
Excuse me?
I said I'll probably be off.
Oh, I thought you said I thought
No.
I thought there was a T at the end of that.
Yeah, good try, Bruce. You thought you got me.
No, wait. I thought,
Yeah,
wait,
I thought you got me. Yeah, exactly. And I will say I do go slightly extreme with these because it is just like pure gut predictions, and so it doesn't. It's at the beginning of the season. It doesn't take into account injury. It doesn't take into account hot streak, cold streak, all that. So then below the Jets at 14-3, I have the Bills at 12-5. They coast into the playoffs, no worries. And then I have both the Dolphins and Patriots at 8-9. I think they are the definition of mid teams. They are like the Chargers for years with Phillip Rivers. They're going to show flashes. People are going to predict them to win something. And then at the end of the day, they're going to be mid.
So, all right.
They're just two versions of mid. Like the Dolphins are expected to be better. The Patriots are expected to be worse. And I think they'll meet in the middle.
I'm going to be quick about this. After looking at the schedule, holy cow. Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots. But I have the Patriots losing more than you do. I don't think the Patriots are going to win that many games.
That's fair. To round out the AFC, AFC West, Chiefs at 15-2, Broncos 9-8, Chargers 8-9, Raiders 6-11. And I had to stretch to give the Raiders 6 wins.
Dude, the Raiders aren't going to be very good. I love Jimmy. Jimmy, hey man, Jimmy, if you ever get a chance to see this, my guy, dude, I really, really, really want you to do well.
And I do think a good veteran quarterback. They've got some talent on the defense. They're going to win a couple games, right? They're going to win some divisional games. There are still teams in the NFL that are much worse than them. They were a fringe,
right?
They were okay last year. They were fine, I guess.
They were fine.
Yeah.
The fighting Dan Campbell's coming out strong.
Oh Lord, I need to pull this up. Otherwise,
they're not. It was 3-0.
Oh, good job. No,
actually,
that's
no,
not what I wanted to look up.
Anyway, all right. So, who I got? I got who I got.
Who you got, bro?
I got nice. It's almost appropriate you coughing saying that too. Who you got?
Yeah. Who you got, bro?
I got Chiefs. I got Chargers. I got Broncos. I got Raiders. Yep. Chiefs are great. I'm sorry, that's still an elite offense. You have the best quarterback in the game right now. They're fine.
Yeah. They're still gonna obliterate everybody.
I think I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Chargers. I'm a huge Herbert fan. I like Justin Herbert a lot. I think he's fine. Like he's a great quarterback. He's I think that we sleep on him a little bit because he's on the West Coast. As weird as that might sound, and for whatever reason, I don't think the Chargers get enough like pub as some of the other teams in that out that way do. I don't know, for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. Seriously, I don't know why. I just don't. You don't really hear much about the Chargers. It's not that they're bad. They have a great defense. Look at they have two bookend defensive ends in Khalil Mack and is it Bosa? It was a Bosa. Is it Bosa? Who's the other? Yeah. So you have two defensive ends that one's nearing that part of his career where he's outside of his studness, as they say. I don't know.
Holy crap. Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Burrow, 5-year, $275 million deal.
Just now?
Officially done.
Guarantee? What's the guarantee?
No.
I was gonna say, what's the guarantee?
Oh dear goodness, I don't know that yet.
All right, go ahead. People toss some money like a mug. All right, so yeah, that's who I got.
I don't know.
I got Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. Real quick about the Broncos. I want to be done with it. Sean Payton's doing a great job of calling out Russell Wilson for his bullshit tactics. I love it. I think it's hilarious. You're not kissing babies. You're not running for political office. Shut the fuck up. Play quarterback.
That was so funny,
dude. And that's the type of leader that that guy needed because he thought he's everything. And you know what though? It makes Pete Carroll look not so wrong with what he did either.
True. And you know what, Bruce? The best leader I can find is good insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope, local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Hortepney at 704-464-4544, let him know that Third Down Thursdays sent you. And you might get a little perk involved in that. Anyway, MJ, all right, NFC, baby.
We're going to start with the NFC West. I have, if I can pull it back up, because my phone's being weird, 49ers at 13-4. The rest of the division is hot doo-doo. Seahawks at 7-10. Rams at 4-13. Cardinals at 1-16. Tanking for Caleb Williams, even though they won't get him.
I actually think he might stay because of the contracts with the contract situation with NIBL or whatever the fuck it's called.
NIL.
Thank you. Anyway, dude, especially after what his dad said. You read what his dad said, right?
Yes, I did.
Keeping the train on the tracks right here. Anyway, I 100% agree. This division is hot garbage. 49ers are going to win 13 games at the very least. And I said that very least. You know what though? I don't think it'll be because of Brock Purdy. Keep in mind the Chicago Bears back in the day won 13 games because of Rex Grossman and Kyle Orton.
That is true.
I'm sorry, this is going to sound really effed up, and some people that are 49er fans might be really pissed off at me, but I am not a part of that Brock Purdy fan club. I'm not a part of that train yet. Dude, show me more, man. Show me more. You did well for what? 8 games last year. I agree. You did amazing for 8 games. That's awesome. Matt Castle came in and did an amazing job also for Brady when he was injured back in 2000 whatever. And then after that, he got signed by the Chiefs and was absolutely dog shit. So I don't want to see a system quarterback type thing and everyone hype up a system quarterback. Let me see what you can do, my guy. Let me see what you can do. So I'm going to go 49ers, Seahawks, also Geno Smith. I don't think he's going to repeat what he did last year. Rams, Cardinals. Cardinals are absolute dog doo-doo. And if you saw the hype video about their coach talking about being on a bus or driving to the practice, dude, what are you talking about?
Were you guys on the bus on the way over here?
Seriously, if I was
you got that fire under your butt, what?
Right, I would be sitting there what does that even mean? All right, anyway.
Then we will move on to the NFC East. Like I said earlier, yes, I see a regression coming from the Eagles just because that was a very good year. It is very hard in this league to repeat a statistically historic season like that, but I still think they're a very good football team. So I have the Eagles in first in that division at 11-6. Cowboys right behind at 10-7. Giants right behind at 9-8. And then I have the Washington, whatever they are now, at 2-15 because you're starting a rookie quarterback. Ron Rivera, bless his soul. I think he's had a great career. I think he's starting to lose it a little bit. I don't think he's the coach he used to be. I'll be perfectly honest. Going a little Joe Biden on us. And I think they're going to only win 2 games.
Whoa. Did he Oh man! I should have
get him.
I should have done it for
Russia. What? Anyway.
Before we get a bunch of other people pissed off at us. Oh man, love it. All right, so I'm gonna go Cowboys, Eagles. I know it pains me to say that. My God, it pains me. If Dak Prescott does not turn the ball over this year, the Cowboys are going to be really good. That roster, again, as always, is freaking loaded, and they should be fine. Pollard, I think, is going to be is a suitable freaking running back to sustain time as the number 1 running back. CeeDee Lamb's a beast. I just really like that team. I do. I was looking at it. I'm like, if they didn't have that stupid fucking star on it, I would be more appreciative of them. So that being said, I'm gonna go Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Commanders. I really want to do more with the Commanders, but they don't even have a quarterback. I'm not on the same level as you with the coaching staff, but they don't have a quarterback. Who's their quarterback? That's
Sam Howell.
Exactly. So the problem with the NFL, you need a suitable quarterback to do anything well and to
Yeah.
have sustained success for a season and or whatever. And if you don't have that, sorry, not good. So Commanders last place.
All right. Before we get to the NFC North, we've got the NFC South. Talk about hot doo-doo. I've got the Panthers winning this division at 9-8. I've talked many
Trombo,
times.
what up, Trombo? Sorry, I'm just
What's up, brother?
I gotta give a shout out to this guy. The best
You're good.
golfer, the best golfer I know, best golfer that I'm telling you, this guy is going to do some PGA type shit or live even and make that dough. So let's go, Trombo. Good shit, my guy.
Just don't forget us when you're on the PGA.
For real, don't forget about me. Don't forget about us.
Oh, Lord. I've got the Panthers winning the division at 9-8. I've talked to you, Bruce. I've talked on the show about how good I think their coaching staff will be. I've been told incredibly good things about the room they've put together around Bryce Young. So I think that team will squeak out a winning record in a bad division. Again, similarly to the East, I've got a back-to-back-to-back thing here. So Panthers at 9-8, Falcons at 8-9. I know Braden was not happy with me about this. I think they've got a really good offense, and their defense might be historically bad. I think their offense could do some incredible things. Bruce, when I tell you that I don't know a single name on their defense.
Oh, my goodness. The Fighting Dan Campbells. Sorry.
Love them. Well, in my prediction, I really don't. But anyway, yeah, Falcons offense, yay. Defense, nay. The Saints, you really saw what Derek Carr did in Las Vegas for years and said, I want that. Really? So they're going to be right behind them, 7-10. Yes, sir. And then I've got the Bucks and the Fighting Baker Mayfields all the way down at 2-15. You will see Kyle Trask by week 4.
The Fighting Bacon Cakes. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that made no sense. It's fine though. Keep going.
All right. Oh, you're done? All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not as generous with the Panthers as you were. However, I actually think I have the Saints winning that division. I like Carr.
Really?
Yeah, I got the Saints. That division's up for grabs. It really is. Aside from like the Buccaneers, I really do think that it'll be. I'm going to go Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Buccaneers.
Okay.
And the Bears aren't going to get that first pick.
I could see that.
Like I want. However, they'll get a early, like probably like anywhere between 8 to like 15.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
All right, boy. All right, let's go. Let's go.
And I will say, okay. I re-reviewed specifically the Packers schedule. I went through it the first time with my gut. I went through it the second time with a fine-tooth comb. And I will verbally say a different record than I put down on paper.
Oh.
Okay. But with that record would still put them as the 3 seed in the NFC. So I think the Packers are going to win the division at 10-7. Okay. Because I looked at it realistically. And Bruce, what I did was I did the same thing I did to compare Packers Bears, which we'll talk about in a second.
All right.
We'll have about 15 minutes to dive into that. I just looked at every position group. Okay. And I understand that there's plenty of questions in youth in the Packers pass catchers, right?
The whole team. I think they have the youngest roster in the NFL.
They do, but they have some really good, like Jair Alexander is young, but he's one of the best corners in the league. Like just because somebody's young doesn't, right. And so I think there is a lot of potential on that team because of how they finished last year with historically mediocre play from Aaron Rodgers. I still think that when I look at the numbers and when I look at, last year versus, projection and all that, I really do think the Packers are the best team in that division. With that being said, it's really freaking close. Okay, so I changed that to 10-7. I have the Lions at 9-8, and I have both the Vikings at Bears at 8-9.
Okay, that's
so fair. I really do think that this division, similarly to the AFC North, will be a bloodbath.
Like, it's up for grabs.
there is a chance that all 4 of those season series get split every way. Like, I don't know if anybody sweeps anybody. This is going to be a really close division. I think the Vikings are the most likely team to get swept by somebody. But, and I will say, the Vikings have the biggest bust potential.
Agreed.
In my humble opinion, because I think their defense has gotten really bad.
That plus minus that they had last year was absolutely absurd. There was no reason for that team to be. Dude, I'm sorry. The Giants aren't very good. Like, they should never have been. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So
I'm talking about the playoff game. So for those of you guys that are
I know what you're talking about. So again, I think it's really close, and that is also projected off of I see Jordan Love being better than Rodgers was for the Packers last year.
Fair. So
and all he has to do is be a top 20 quarterback, and I think that's perfectly possible.
So the one thing so before I give any kind of division picks or anything like that for this one, the one thing that the Packers have, and it's 2 very important things, and MJ, you're going to know this. Their defense is really good. They underperformed big time last year.
Yeah.
And they're still very good. The only thing I don't know, and off the top of my head, I don't see a pass rush from them. And you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, please. But I think that's the one area that is a question mark for that team.
So Rashawn Gary had 9 sacks by week 13 before he tore his ACL. Preston Smith had 8.5 sacks. And then they've added.
How many sacks did they have? How many sacks did they end up with last year as a team?
I have no idea. I know it was around 13th in the NFL. So they were a top half pass rush, and that was with Gary being out the last 5 weeks.
That's not terrible.
And so if Rashawn Gary can get back to form in the first 4 weeks or so, he's going to be on a pitch count for the first couple weeks.
Of course.
If he and Preston Smith, Kingsley Ngabare was really good. He was the top-rated edge rusher in all of football in preseason. And again, I know it's preseason, but sometimes that's the only thing you have to go off of.
That's why everyone's on the Packers meet right now with Jordan Love, because like the preseason that he's put together. All right, with that being said,
I was gonna give the Bears a compliment. Shut up.
Oh, go ahead.
On that note, the Packers and Bears had the best 2 offensive lines in the NFL in preseason.
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, he's absolutely jack shit, because if you look at the Bears' offensive line right now is in shambles because we can't get it.
They're all hurt.
Our right guard doesn't want to practice because he doesn't like practicing. We have Lucas Patrick, or like, dude, like, who got his ass kicked all the time. I'm telling you, man, like, it's like, excuse me, like everyone was like, Justin Fields is a running back. Yeah, you know why he's a running back? Because he had to fucking run for his life.
Yeah.
And at the time last year, I'm sorry, like if you look at the advanced metrics on all of this shit, and I don't have the numbers in front of me because they're at work. The receivers for the Chicago Bears had the smallest separation percentage in the NFL by a substantial amount, because we had pedestrians out. I could have been a fucking wide receiver of the Chicago Bears last year.
You and me would have been the top tight ends.
And that is no offense to those guys, because obviously they're professional athletes and they're way better than I am. However, for the sake of like TV, I could have been a fucking Bears receiver last year.
Oh yeah,
seriously, like what the shit? So
Bruce.
That being said,
Packers Bears on Sunday. Okay,
hold on. I didn't get my division yet. I'm going Lions. Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings.
Okay, I mean,
here's the thing though. They are separated, no joke, by probably like 2 games.
Yeah.
2 games. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, and because of that, Bruce, I'm just excited. I'm very excited.
Hey man, as a Packer fan, just so you know, be ready, because the Lions just scored a touchdown. Be ready for the freaking Lions fan club to go absolutely bonkers soon. Guys, I'm gonna eat that shit alive. I'm gonna go at that crap. I can't, like, come on. Anyway, I do have golf and fantasy football, so I'm cool with that. Anyway, MJ.
So I'm gonna walk through. So I'll start with my. Yes, Mom. I gave the Bears a compliment. I know. I'm sorry. I have a fever. No, I'm kidding.
A fever. He's got a fever.
I got a fever.
Wait. What's the wait? No. He's got a. Oh, what's the SNL skit with Will Ferrell? He's got the cowbell. Come on, someone.
Cowbell. Yeah. No. I need more cowbell. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But what's the question he said, or what's the saying that he says? He's like, I got a hankering. No, that's not it. Anyone? No. Anyone in the chat?
I'm sure. No. If my dad's listening, I'm sure he'll know it.
Oh, so good. That Will Ferrell skit was awesome.
Yeah.
Back when SNL was good.
Oh, for sure. But no. So what I did today was I went through by the pool, position group by position group. Okay. So I'm going to go through it very quickly. I've got the DBs, I think and I did the ability to do a wash, to be clear, like a tie.
Okay, fair.
And so I gave the DBs and the edge rushers to the Packers. And then I washed both linebackers and defensive line.
So off the top of my head, I'll give the edge for DB because of Jair Alexander to the Packers. I will give the edge for linebacker to the Chicago Bears now.
But hear me out. Both Devondre Campbell and Edmonds have both had one very incredible year in the NFL. And then other than that, anything. And then behind both of those guys, very little.
Let's do this. All right, let's do this. Well, Jack Sanborn, baby, he's a stud. No,
yeah, okay. I got Isaiah McDuffie. Yeah. We can go at this all day. I've got average to meet your average.
That was
Bring
good.
it on, brother.
That was good. Good.
Yes, that's why I averaged out and I wanted to give the edge on defensive line to the Packers because of Kenny Clark, because I don't think the Bears have anybody at defensive line that have ever been all pro.
The only person on
but Ngakoue. Okay, so that's why I gave Packers edge.
But
Ngakoue and Kenny Clark.
All right, so
on the defensive line.
How about this? And this is the realistic Bears fan in me. I got a realistic. This is the more analytical part of me. This is all you're gonna fucking ever get. So Ngakoue is actually, like, if you look at the more advanced metrics with him, he's kind of like a subtle decline with what he's been doing.
He's on the downslope.
So
he's still good, but he's on the downslope.
Oh, he's still really good, and he's still young, and so you could change. And it could be the fact that, like, he's bouncing around from different location to location.
Yeah,
it could be part of it too. You know, it is what it is. But, excuse me. So yeah, no. Again, I'm gonna say this: DBs, Packers, linebackers, Bears. I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
Edge rush. That's tough, to be honest. Well, no, edge rush I'll give to the Packers because the Bears had none. And interior defensive linemen, I'll give to the Packers too. So actually, well, the defense for the Packers should win it, to be honest with you.
Yes, it should. So if you give them 3-1 on the defense, if you want to win everything, so then you go on offense. In my opinion, and I think this matches a lot of other professionals. I think you have. We are
professionals, technically.
Technically, I think you have to make quarterback a wash.
I don't.
I understand.
No.
I understand.
You have a quarterback throwing 82 passes.
Bruce, listen to me. I understand that Justin Fields is an incredible athlete. I understand he can make a lot of magic happen. Okay? But he was not only the worst accuracy-wise quarterback in the NFL last year, he was historically inaccurate.
No, I know that.
Okay? And so...
But that also speaks to the previous conversation or previous topic about separation and
I totally understand that, and I'm not saying I think Justin Fields will be that bad again. I think they're both going to be.
I hope not.
Yeah, my point is, if you look at quarterbacks who sit in the same offense for an extended period of time, look like that, I think Justin Fields and Jordan Love will both be somewhere from like the 15 to 22nd best quarterbacks in the NFL, somewhere in that range. Not worst, not top 15, somewhere in that range. I think that's a realistic spot for both of them. I think the difference between them, they're going to be very different style of play.
Oh,
but I think if you turn it into baseball terms, like if you were to produce WAR, wins above replacement for Fields and Love, I think it would end up at the end of the season being very similar. Now that could change, but when we get to the rest of the offense, I think there are both places where they're going to have support. The support is different for both players, which is why I think, which is part of the reason I think there's so much disparity in the debate between Packers and Bears fans, because like the Packers don't have the pass catching support, but they've got an incredible running back duo and a really good offensive line.
Ridiculous.
Right. And I would, looking at what I have as pass catchers, yes, I would take the Bears pass catchers. I don't think that unit is going to elevate Fields to like top 15 MVP level, but I think it's going to make him better than he was last year. So long story short, I think quarterback is a wash. I think offensive line and running back go to the Packers. I think wide receiver goes to the Bears.
And running back obviously goes to the Packers.
Yeah.
Did you say? I don't know.
So
You said that. I thought you.
Yeah, I did. So it would be 2-1
I'll go
for the Packers.
I'll go quarterback to the Bears, offensive line to the Packers, running back to the Packers, wide receiver to the Bears. So I have 2 and 2 right there.
Yeah,
and I'll go tight end to the Bears too. 3-2, bitch.
Well, I put tight end including pass catchers personally, but
I'm just dicking around with 2.
I know. I was also going to be nice again. You just make me not want to be nice. I was going to be nice again and say I'll give special teams to the Bears.
Oh, well.
Because the Packers special teams is historically awful. Although Keyshawn Nixon was great last year. He was the best kick returner in the NFL. Historically, the Packers special teams has been so bad. Hopefully that improves.
If Velus Jones is back there catching kickoffs and punt returns for the Chicago Bears next
week. You mean the guy who's just as old as you are?
Right. If he's back there catching for them, no. I'll give the edge to the Packers. Like if I hear that, if I hear him catching, I'll text you right away and be like, dude.
And ladies and gentlemen, the NFL season has begun in Chicago, kicking off the Green Bay Packers to Velus Jones Jr. Bruce is like, I'm done. Get me out of this.
I'm done.
Get me out of this place.
I'm done. Just catch it, dude. Just catch. He's actually better on kickoff returns.
Just take a knee.
He's better on kickoff returns than he is on punts. On punts,
just take
whatever
a
reason,
touchback.
He feels that pressure. I'm sure.
I just have so much anxiety watching NFL punt returners return punts because they never look like they know what they're doing.
So
the only person I've ever seen look like they knew what they were doing is Devin Hester and Deshaun Jackson.
Right. Oh no, Dante Hall. Dante Hall was a stud too.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So
wow, former Washington numbnut legend.
And he's in the Chiefs. I was thinking about the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But no joke. I did it when I played in high school, and so I can't. This is not at all comparing the amount of stress and pressure that these guys are taking at all.
70,000.
But I'm going to tell you, what they tell you to do is concentrate on catching the football first and then go. So I had the opportunity to catch I was on kickoff return, and I ended up having I had a ball obviously multiple times, but I had one directly caught, boom, awesome. I was like, yeah, I'm a badass. I caught the ball. We're gonna fucking score a touchdown. Let's go. It was at Prospect High School. I'm running, and they were good at the time. They were state champions, so they were fucking really good. So I'm running. I'm yeah. I go to my right. I'm okay, stop. All right, come, switch back. Switch the ball, put it in my left. Go towards the sideline. God, okay, no, can't go this way. Block got blown up. Oh, shit. No joke, did a spin move, MJ. Did a fucking spin move. Made two guys missed. Two guys missed as I came through. Completing this.
Clocked.
Oh, dude. I got picked up. I had the ball here, so I couldn't like brace myself or anything. I had the ball with both hands like this. I got lifted in the air by two dudes. And one guy's helmet went directly into my freaking chest, and I got slammed down. And I remember that was probably the hardest I ever got hit. And I lost breath, like I couldn't breathe, like I had the wind knocked out of me or whatever. Like I was like, at the time I played offense too, and I was sitting there going like this. I'm like, help, take me out, dude. Anyway, so all right, man. I can't wait though. Honest to God, I cannot wait. I genuinely think though that this weekend. Today I was sitting, the daughter was sleeping. She was napping. It was like a little bit of quiet time. I had an opportunity to kind of sit back, relax, taking a shit. And I was like, you know what? It's a coin toss, dude. It's 100% a coin toss. So because of it being a coin toss, and if it was in Green Bay, honestly, I would say the Packers win this game. But since it's in Chicago, I'm going to say the Bears win this game.
That's fair. I think, you know what? I'll say it. I'll say I have the Packers. I have the Packers winning. I won't give the score because I'll put that in my prediction article tomorrow morning.
Fair. I gotta finish the one that I've written half on a piece of paper that shouldn't be written on, but whatever. Anyway, MJ, tonight. Dude, all right, so next week, hey, real quick though, guys, next weekend, MJ and I will have our playoff Super Bowl predictions too, but we got to have some fun with it tonight.
I have them.
I don't have mine. They're at home.
Okay, that's fine.
They're at home, at work. Saying that though, MJ, I do want to give my degenerate bet for tonight.
Yes, absolutely. What we got?
So I had a degenerate bet of I have I have a nice little parlay going, and one of which oh come on please. So I have a parlay going, and one of which isn't a part of it anymore because he's hurt. I did a three-leg parlay. I had anytime touchdown Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs winning.
Interesting. So you need Mahomes to run for one.
So right now the Chiefs are currently on the 2-yard line.
Oh, okay.
So that's my degenerate bet for the evening.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we are not going to keep you all much longer because we know you have football to watch, as do we. But we appreciate everybody for watching tonight, everybody interacting in the chat. We had a lot of fun.
He's son of a bitch.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out thirddown.thursdays.com for all of our written content and all of that good stuff. Team is doing some great work. We're going to have some awesome things out in the next few days.
We got some college football previews coming up this week too. Please watch Alex and why am I blanking right now?
Kenny?
Was it Kenny? Oh yeah, Kenny's the Ohio State fan. Yes. Kenny too, but who else was I thinking of? Somebody else.
Alex and Kenny are pretty much the only people. Well, Connor might do state. I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Side's got some Iowa State stuff going on, or Iowa stuff going on too. So guys, give us a follow, take a look. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming. Appreciate the love from everybody. Go watch some football. We love you all, and we'll talk to you later.
Let's go.
Hey, Brucey Bruce.
Hey, MJ.
Go, Pat, go.
Go Bears. Go Bears, baby.